Disclaimer. This video's information is being provided for informational, educational, and general interest purposes only. The information in this video is not intended to shock, enrage, or otherwise provoke the viewer. The sole purpose of this video was to raise awareness of true crime-related events. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
What's your emergency?
What's the location of your emergency?
It's
And is there a specific apartment number, ma'am?
it's
And do you need police, fire, or medical?
police possibly. I'm reporting a missing child.
Okay. And what is the name of the business there, ma'am?
The business?
Okay. And the child that you're trying to report missing, are you calling on behalf of the parent?
Yes, on behalf of the mother. She's my
Okay. Okay. And then and ma'am, how old is the child?
She's
And could I go ahead and get her name?
Yes, it's
And is she white, black, or Hispanic?
she's white.
Okay.
Blonde
And
hair, dirty blonde hair, blue eyes.
okay, hold on with me here. And then what color shirt and pants was she last seen wearing?
Hold on, let me ask. Then, what color shirt and what was she last wearing? Hold on, we're finding out.
Okay, and then how long has it been, though, since you guys have last seen her?
Since this morning. She was dropped off at school this morning, and apparently she never showed up. We called everyone we knew. No one's seen her.
Okay, and then ma'am, I just want to confirm, though, was she last seen from this address? Is this where you guys last saw her?
No. She was last seen at the church next to Hunters Creek Middle School. I think it's called Peace Church. I'm not sure of the exact address. She was wearing a dark green hoodie, I believe.
What is the name of the church?
I think I'm pretty sure it's called Peace Church. It's the one right next to Hunters Creek Middle School. It's no.
Got it. It's across the street from it?
I believe so, yeah. There's two. I just forgot about the other one. It's not Focal Point Church. It's
Well, is it Peace United Methodist Church?
Yes.
Okay.
That one.
Okay, is she diagnosed with any medical, mental conditions at all?
I know she takes medication for ADHD, and I'm pretty sure that's it.
Okay. Sorry, bear with me here. And is she known to carry anything on her person, like a pocket knife, pepper spray, anything at all like that?
No,
okay.
no, nothing like that.
Does she have a cell phone that she might keep on her person?
She doesn't. She had one when she left it at home conveniently today.
Okay.
Right there. It's over there. Okay.
And ma'am, what is your name?
My name is...
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And just so we recognize you when we arrive there, though, at the advance to come meet with you guys, are you, ma'am, white, black, Indian, Asian, or Hispanic?
I'm Hispanic.
And what color shirt and pants will you be wearing?
Pants, dark wash jeans. I have a green cardigan on and a white shirt.
Thank you. And I just need to verbally confirm this all. Do you have any at all weapons on your person?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right. And are you going to be waiting for us inside?
Yeah, I'll come outside. It's a see-through glass, so I'll see when you guys show up.
Okay, perfect then. So then I'll get a call placed for service. We'll have deputies out there to come and make a report with you and to come and assist with trying to find your, okay?
Okay, her mother and they're going to the school to double check and everything, but from what we know, she wasn't there. So they should be back soon too, because it's right next to the school.
Yeah, that's fine. So if at least one of you remains there, though, to meet with an officer, that's more than fine, okay?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay, then. All right. Thank you so much, ma'am, and I'll go ahead and let you go. We'll be out there as quickly as we can, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
Okay, police or medical?
Hi, I called not that long ago reporting a missing child. I just wanted to know how long the cops are going to take to get here.
Okay, hold on. Let me open up the call and let's see. The call is still currently pending to have the deputies respond out there. We don't have any available deputies. We still have the call up, though, holding.
Okay, so no one's on their way yet?
Not yet, no.
Does it take long for them to respond to the call?
If there's a big emergency in the area and there's no units available, they put the calls on hold. But as soon as one becomes available, they respond to the next pressing call.
Okay, yeah, we just need one here urgently. So
I understand. We still have the call. We still have the call holding.
Yes.
Yep, we still have the call holding for them. I'll go ahead and update them with the information.
All right, thank you, because this happened very recently, so we just want to get everyone here. She's been missing since 8 a.m., so we want to get everything done as soon as possible to try to find her.
I understand.
Okay. Thank you.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
Okay, what's going on? Vinny, please fire medical.
No, it's not a medical issue. We have a missing child since this morning. We already called 3 times, and the police didn't show up yet.
Are you listening? Or
yes.
Do you know? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, 72. Yes, ma'am, I see it right here for you. Yes, ma'am, I see it. This is waiting for a deputy to respond.
They haven't come here yet.
I'm aware, ma'am. I see it. It's waiting for a deputy to respond.
You're waiting for a deputy to respond?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long more do we need to wait? It's a child missing.
I understand that, ma'am, but I'm just not able to give out ETA. I don't know when they'll be there.
So how long do we need to wait? This
Ma'am,
is an emergency.
Ma'am, we have the information, but they're trying to get there to someone as soon as possible.
So this is not important for you guys? Really?
Ma'am, we're very busy in the area. Look, I understand they'll be there as soon as they can, okay?
Reference Orange County case 24-013113. Today is February 28, 2024. Time is approximately 15:49 hours. Detective Acosta, located at Central Operations, conducting an interview with Jennifer Soto, and President is Detective Killis.
Are we going to the budget eventually?
Most likely.
Oh, okay, that hasn't started yet?
I'd have to check. I do not know. I've been out here. So. Doing okay? Holding up all right? No, I know it's not. Let's go see where he's at.
Yeah, he should be ready. I just gotta. I need to test that connection. Which one? That USB connection.
Over here.
So we're going to be on the more voice command things and
You take a seat wherever, man. So like I told you, my name is Detective Police of the Sheriff's Office. This is
Detective Acosta.
you're
Thanks.
Jennifer, correct? And then I'm assuming? Is that what I understand?
Yes, but he's actually on his way to Florida.
Okay.
He recently moved back down in December to Northport, Florida.
Okay.
His dad had offered him a job, but it fell through.
Okay.
So he's kind of stuck down.
Gotcha.
We are waiting for. He used to work at Disney.
Okay. What did you do at Disney?
He worked in attractions at Epcot.
Okay.
And
And
we have to wait.
what was the job that his dad was trying to get him? Do you know?
It was like construction manager or like an assistant construction manager or project manager, something like that, like an apprenticeship kind of thing.
Okay.
That fell through. So we were waiting we have to wait a specific amount of time for you to reapply to Disney again.
Okay.
From when you resigned.
Right.
So we're waiting for that time for him to reapply again so that he can come back up here.
Okay. So how often does he stay at the apartment with you guys?
So he was living with us up until December.
Okay.
And then he's visited us since December twice or three times since then.
And how long does he usually stay for?
Anywhere from a few days to a week.
Okay. And then he goes back down there?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm assuming he stays with his dad when he goes down there?
Yeah.
Okay. How long has he been in town recently?
He got into town Sunday evening.
This past Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. And he was staying with you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then
they're very similar. They're both very childish. Like he loves board games, video games, arts and crafts, all that stuff.
Okay.
I'm kind of a watcher.
What do you mean?
Like I won't play the games. I'll watch them play the
Oh,
games.
okay,
I'll
I
be
see what
part
you're
of
saying.
it that
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
But he's more involved with that.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
Okay. Do they ever go off on their own? Like you kind of do your thing and the two of them do stuff together?
Hardly ever.
Hardly ever?
It's for the most part, it's the three of us doing something.
Gotcha. And then when he stays, does Sleep on the couch, separate bedroom? What's like the sleeping arrangements like?
It depends. For the most part, he would sleep upstairs in the guest room, sleep in my bedroom downstairs.
Okay.
Sometimes he would come sleep in the bed, all three of us together.
Okay.
And rarely ever would I send them upstairs to go sleep alone, away from me, because I need a good night's sleep. Because if we sleep all the three of us together,
oh, I can only imagine.
It's a king bed, but it's like she's
not a small baby anymore.
No, she's not. So it's just 3 humans on a bed is really uncomfortable, really tight.
About how often they would go? You would send them off on their own.
I would say. Honestly, somewhere between, I'm going to say less than 5 times has this ever happened, right?
That's
it
fine.
hasn't been that.
And this is over the course of him visiting back and forth, correct?
You mean the sleeping arrangements
Yeah.
done alone?
Yeah.
No, that was including him living with us.
Oh, okay.
Hardly ever would I send them upstairs because I had that rule that she couldn't sleep alone with him. That's just me. I'm just
right.
very.
And then you said. So you're pretty familiar with him?
Yeah.
Okay. Whose hand does that look like to you?
I would say it's Stephan's.
Is that Stephan's hand?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay. So, you and Stephan, have you guys been sexually intimate before in the past?
Yes.
So you're aware of what like his penis looks like and things like that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Does this look like Stephan's penis to you?
No.
No? Okay. What about that?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're thinking that's his penis?
might be.
Okay.
If anything, it's not even the penis I'm recognizing, it's the things around it.
So it's the things around it that make you believe it's his penis?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have these images, and unfortunately, over the last maybe 2 or 3 years, he's been doing oral sex, vaginal sex, and things like that.
What makes you guys...
We have photos.
Okay.
We have his phone. We were able to get into his phone. And there are some very, very unfortunate graphic pictures of him conducting very sexual acts with. I wish I could tell you this was all a made-up story, but it's not. Did you ever suspect anything like this? No? You okay? Okay. Can I get you anything?
Maybe some water.
Some water? I'll get some water if you want to. Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
I can't breathe.
Is this a surprise?
Is there photos of her?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So you know how we have his phone? Obviously, that's how we were able to find the photos in there.
I don't want to believe that this is true. Can I see some of that evidence?
What makes you believe that it's not?
I thought I knew him well enough.
You said you thought you knew him well enough?
So, our goal, we want to find her. Can you think of anything of where Stephan would take her? Did they have any special hangout spots? Did they have any places that they would do together while you were at work or you had other things going on in your life?
The only place they would go is hang out at home. There's no place I can think of that they've gone outside. I mean, they've gone shopping to like Target before.
Okay. But anywhere else that you can think of? What are you thinking about right now?
How this can be true? How I missed the signs?
What signs are you saying you missed?
No, like I'm just saying, if there were any signs, I didn't see any.
Right. Like these aren't. I'm not telling you. Like these aren't just Google images that we found. Like these are actual images, and I don't want you to. I don't. But this investigation has taken us down this road. So wherever you think, right now, we want to know so we can go get her safely.
Of course, I just have no idea.
Did Stephan ever take her back down to Newport Richie?
Newport, Florida.
Newport, Florida. I'm sorry.
Alone, no.
Alone? You guys would go together?
Yeah, or I would drive down, just hang out.
Okay. So when Stephan would not stay at the house with you guys, where else would he stay?
In his apartment in his house in Northport, Florida. That's it.
But when he would visit here, he would always stay in your house? He would never go get a hotel or stay at a friend's house or anything like that?
No, he stayed at our place.
Okay. Why did he go to Newport, Florida this morning?
This morning?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious. I heard a rumor that he possibly went down there.
No.
I don't know. Them is maybe lost in translation.
No, he didn't. We were in the hotel. If anything, he stepped out to go get some Wawa.
Okay.
And then came back.
About how long was he gone for?
Um,
Does he have a new phone since we have his, or?
I think his dad may have handed him a new phone.
Okay. Do you know the phone number to that new phone?
No.
Okay. What's his dad do?
Works in real estate. I think he's a broker.
So look, we just need any information. Any.
No, I know, but there's nothing I can give you. There's nothing I can...
Did you communicate with Stephan on the new phone with your phone?
No.
No?
I just want to... I believe you. I want to believe you, but I won't believe you until I see actual...
Are you sure you want to see that? I'll go get it. Are you sure you want to see that? Take my word of advice. I wouldn't, blow smoke up your butt and tell you, that's a fake picture. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't. I'm going to be dead honest with you. I'll be more than happy to show you those images, but I don't know if I would want to see those. But if you want to see them, that's your own prerogative.
Can you tell me what's being done in the photos?
She has a penis in her mouth. And that picture that you said that the stuff identified that Stephan's penis around her, I zoomed in on that photo because in that picture, in her mouth. Do you need any more water? Are you okay?
I literally thought I was coming here for the press conference, but this is not what we're here for.
I know, and it's unfortunate that these are the details that we found, but I think it's very important now that we kind of sit back evaluate everything and kind of think every step of the way where Stephan has been in the past, where he can be right now, because at the end of the day, we want to go get her.
Yeah, of course. Oh my God. If I knew anything, I would tell you. I just have no fucking idea where you could be.
So I know
she
that.
Could be.
Say again. I'm sorry.
Or any idea where she could be. I said they, but
yeah,
he's here. Was there any the video footage that was caught at the church? What exactly was seen? I've heard from other people, but I just...
Do you know much?
It looked like someone age that walked by, but it's inconclusive. Right, it was too grainy. The video was not. You couldn't determine who it was in the video, pretty much. So we don't know that she walked by that church. So the last person, Stephan.
Yeah. So we want to know because he's the last person to see her. He claims to have dropped her off at this church before school. Unfortunately,
close to the church.
Close to the church. You know, unfortunately, we know she doesn't go to school that day. You try and go pick her up. Would it, after Stephan dropped her off, did he come back home? About how long was he gone for during drop-off?
I want to say from 8:30 to like 10:15 because around 10:15 or 10:20 is when I got a phone call stating that he got home. He had gone to the vape shop, but I don't know if they weren't open or not yet. So he left.
Okay.
And then hung out around the house. And waited till I got back for my doctor's appointment.
So he came back home.
Yeah, he did come back home.
Okay.
He grabbed his phone and called me from the house at that point. He had let me know that he accidentally left his phone. He was waiting for the vape store to open, but they never opened, or something like that. And then he went back home just to give it time, and then he went back out later.
Okay. So from 8:30 to 10:15, that's when he's saying the vape shop was closed and he came back home?
I think so. Something. I mean, I know he was killing time. He does this. He'll just like to aimlessly drive around to kill time. I believe him when he says that he was killing time. Or at least I did believe him.
What's like usually, how long does it take to go do her drop off and come back?
Like 45 minutes.
Okay. So
45, 50 minutes.
So give or take an hour.
Yeah.
So he should have been back home by like 9:30ish.
Yeah.
Okay. But then there's like 45 minutes to 30 minutes of a gap in time there.
Yeah.
Where could he have gone?
He says he was driving around aimlessly, just killing time.
Okay. So then he comes home, let's just say around 10:15 is what you're saying. What time did you get home from your doctor's appointment?
I'm going to say somewhere between 11 and 11:20.
And then did he leave again?
Yes.
How do you know he was home? Because you got the call?
Because I got the call and I think I saw him when I got home.
Okay. And then what time did he leave again to go to the vape shop?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure what time he left.
And then...
Oh, actually, hold on, let me think.
Do you guys have a Ring at your house? A Ring doorbell? Do you have any video doorbell system? Do you have any cameras in the house?
No. I'm going to say... he left around somewhere between 12:30 and 1 o'clock, because I remember looking at the time going, I don't think he's going to be done in time running his errands to be back by 2:30 when I need to leave to go.
Okay.
And he said he ran his errands, he stopped at a few comic shops or game stores or something like that, Then he got a flat tire somewhere on 182. He doesn't remember exactly where. I remember him telling me he hurt himself changing the spare tire.
How did he hurt himself?
Something slipped while he was doing something with what's the crank that pops up that brings
the lift, or
yeah,
you
you
know
know what I'm talking about.
the jack.
Something slipped and his finger got caught between the frame and the jack, I think. So
Okay.
he had to pull out his finger. So I know he's got a Band-Aid on his finger right now because of that.
So what time do you leave the house to go?
2:30.
2:30.
Yeah, she gets out at 4. It takes me about 20 minutes to get to school, and then I wait about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, for the car line and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to be the first in line.
So at what point did you think, something's up?
Around 4:10, when she did not come out of school, and I was the first in line. I was holding up the line. I'm the first in line. There's cars behind me, and they already have their kids.
Right.
So when I noticed she had not come out, I drove away, thinking maybe I missed her. Maybe I forgot to tell her that I was picking her up from school today because I have a new work schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So
What do you do for work again? I'm sorry.
I work at Walt Disney World, front desk concierge at Coronado Springs.
Okay.
I just recently, that's the biggest reason I even called Stephan, was to come help me this week with her getting her to school, helping with the dog. That's the whole reason I even called him, was to come help me.
And what car did he come up in from down there in?
In his dad's Cadillac.
Okay. All right. So you kind of get some concerns when she's not coming out.
She's not coming out, so I drove off along the same path she would have walked. I didn't see her. Is she here yet? She goes, no. And I said, oh, maybe I missed her. Maybe.
Does she sometimes walk home from school?
Yeah, she does.
To. And then you pick her up from there?
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't make it. So I drove back to... I think at this point I had called her best friend to ask, because I went to pick her up from school and I didn't see her.
Right.
And she said, no, she never made it to first or second period.
Okay.
And I was like, can you please check with your other friends to see if she made it to her other periods?
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point I emailed her teacher.
Right. Snapchat?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. She just has the Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. So, office, you realize she's not there either. Is this when you go home?
No, I go back to the school I drive the path again to see if I missed her. And then I go back to the school to check their attendance, because her friends are telling me she never made it. But when I got to the school was already closed.
Mm-hmm.
So I drove back. I think at this point I had gotten a response from one of her teachers telling me she never made it to my period, and then he checked the attendance for the rest of the day and she never made it to any of her periods.
Gotcha, okay.
This is when I start to panic and freak out because I know something is wrong. Sorry, I just thought about that image.
It's okay. Take your time. What was Stephan's reaction when you...
I called him and I said, she never made it to school. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, she got dropped off. I was like, you dropped her off? She never made it to school.
Mm-hmm.
I said, please come to the office right now. He goes, okay, I'm heading there right now. So he called us, came to the office.
And you're driving your car and he was driving his car?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he made it to the office, and then we where she might be.
Mm-hmm.
We were both sitting there pretty upset, pretty distraught, just thinking of the worst case scenarios. Eventually we found out that there were also 2 other missing children in the area, and that all the cops had gone to a park. So one of my family members went to the park to speak to an officer, to try to get an officer to come back to the office, and he did. And then he took a report. That was about 7:30, I think.
Monday night?
Yeah.
And what's Stephan's kind of demeanor been since then?
He's been absolutely a mess.
Do you think he would ever hurt?
I don't think he would, no.
Okay. Understand.
Like, I believe you when you talk to me about those images. Those images might be real, or they've happened, but I don't believe they're related to this case. I don't think.
It's been going on. It's been going on. Like, and I wish I could say, you know, it's not true. It's not. I mean, we have images. We have them. I looked at them. This goes all the way back to 2022. Some of those pictures. I understand it's a lot to take in right now. I can only imagine what you're going through. But we need to know literally everything. At the end of the day, like I've told you many, many times, the sheriff's office main goal here, we want to find and bring her back home. That's what we want. But we need your help. We can only do so much. You're with her on a daily basis. You understand everything. But at the end of the day, we just need to know. Did he make any mention of going anywhere, taking her somewhere when he came into town? I know you said they like to play games together.
No, he wasn't taking her or going anywhere.
Okay. And prior to coming up Sunday, when's the last time he's been here?
I'm gonna say it's been over a month.
Okay. Has she ever made any comments to you about sex or anything like that? Being abused or anything like that? Hold on one second.
All right, just 1 second.
One second. So there might have been a little bit of miscommunication here, but a Kissimmee police officer detective is going to come to speak to you about everything that we just talked about, okay?
Okay.
So they're going to come talk to you with an Orange County detective. So I don't want to go too much further into it with you because they're going to go a little bit deeper. They know a lot more than I do, okay? So they'll be able to explain a little bit more to you. Is that fair? In the meantime, do you need to use the bathroom or anything? It's okay. Take your time. Do you need any more water? Okay.
Are they coming here to interview?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you're not going to have to go anywhere.
I don't want to see those images, but I do. I feel like I need proof evidence, but like I'm afraid of being traumatized forever, so I'm not sure what to do.
That's okay. And the Kissimmee detective, we'll go over everything with you, okay? Can I get you anything? How long have you been working at Coronado Springs for?
Less than 2 weeks.
Oh, so you just started there?
Yeah.
Are you just like in training, or how does it work?
Yeah, I'm in training right now.
Okay. What'd you do before that?
I was a substitute teacher for a little bit, but for the most part, for the last few years, I've just been living off disability.
Okay.
You okay? It's your head?
No, just a lot of anxiety. Just thinking about how I didn't know, how I didn't see anything. Let's say all the sexual stuff did happen, or we know it happened. What if he's telling the truth about dropping her off and driving away and driving around in circles and getting to the vape shop? Is there video evidence of him in front of the vape store? Because I know there's banks around, right in that same plaza. There must, and an Amscot. There must be video of him pulling into that plaza and waiting.
What do you mean? What's your question?
If you guys have found evidence of him being in front of the store like he said he was, like it's possible that his story might be true and somebody else could have taken her. Like I'm just thinking, like, what if we're focusing, like, okay, the sex things happened, right? But what if that's completely a side thing and not having to do with this, like her missing?
Yeah.
What if
I got
somebody
you.
else?
So just like Detective Khalees explained, that's why the Kissimmee detective and the Orange County detective are going to come and talk to you about it. Obviously, it's two different things that we're talking about, but they may be tied together. They may not. We're not sure. But that's why we want to talk to you and get as much information as possible. That's what the detectives are going to come and talk to you and, try to help us out. Get as much information.
Am I allowed to talk to my sister right now?
Right now, just hang on for right now, until after they're done.
I think I'm at the press conference, but I'm not. Can you tell me? You weren't there. I just want to know what was said at the press conference. What did I miss?
They'll let you know. What are you worried about that you missed?
Nothing, just if there's a new piece of information that I haven't heard or something. But I know you guys are keeping me in the loop as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep hoping. Just hoping she's still out there and she's still alive. I don't don't think Stephan would have done anything to her. But
Hey, good afternoon. I was calling because I have an appointment today at 5:30. I was staying at work a little later. I was wondering if I could cancel it. Okay, thank you. It's under Lewis at 5:30. All right, thank you.
I just got a text from Stephan's dad asking where he could, because I guess he was at the conference.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just waiting.
Okay.
He's asking where he could wait.
He can wait either in the front it's the west lobby. So it's the one where the big flagpoles are in. It's the main entrance. Or he can wait in the car.
west lobby, the main entrance with all the flags?
Yeah, with the big flagpoles. It's the one that says Orange County Sheriff's Office right at the front. It's on the easiest way to find it. It's on the Colonial Drive side.
Is Colonial Drive this road right here?
It's not the one that you guys came through. It's the other one, the one that goes east to west.
He says that's where he is. What's the other?
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Hello, my name is Mark. I work with the Kissimmee Police Department. Okay, great.
Thank you. That's your work phone?
No.
Is that what?
But that's the.
Okay, thank you.
So the reason I am here, or we are here, is because we think when it went missing, you live in our city limits. Okay. So that's the reason we got involved now. Okay, you understand?
Yeah.
All right, so I understand you probably answered a lot of questions and you've got a lot of stuff going on. I am apologizing now. I may ask you the same things that you've already been asked. That's just because I like to hear it for myself. Okay, and I know you've been speaking with her quite a bit, but we want to do what we can as soon as possible. Okay, so that's our main focus right now. All right. So, but before I get started, your first name is Jennifer, right?
Yeah.
And your last name is?
Soto.
So, what's your telephone number?
718.
Okay.
938.
Okay.
1553.
And you live? What apartment number is that?
Building.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you, and once again, I apologize. So on Monday, you've gone to school. Is that right? Okay. So tell me how that morning went. Actually, let's go the night prior.
Okay.
So
night prior, she had a birthday party. I couldn't be there because I was at work.
Mm-hmm. Where do you work at?
Disney World. I'm front desk at Coronado Springs.
Okay.
She had a birthday party. She had a good time. She spent the entire time with my family.
Mm-hmm.
Later that evening around 8:30, my sister dropped her off at my house. And she started getting ready for bed, or doing her nighttime routine, which is take her meds and get in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
About 10 minutes after she arrived, Stephan arrived, and he let me know that she was doing what she was supposed to be doing. He arrived, he made sure she was doing what she needed to be doing. I got home around 10:30 and saw that she was almost ready for bed. I ate, we talked for a little bit, asked how the birthday party was to show me her gifts, how everything went, and then she went to bed.
And this is around, you said around 10:30 she went to bed?
Around 11.
11, okay.
At this point I sent them, we have 2 bedrooms. We're a 4-bedroom townhouse, but there's a bedroom and a guest bedroom.
Okay.
I sent them upstairs to the guest bedroom because I had not slept well the night before. I had forgotten my psychiatric meds and I was feeling off. I was not feeling okay. So when I got home from work, I said, guys, I need a good night's sleep. They all wanted to sleep in my bed, all 3 of us together.
Okay. Is that normal?
Yeah, for us to do that, yeah.
Okay.
When he sleeps with me, if he's around, he'll sleep upstairs sometimes in the guest bedroom or with us in our bed. But the 3 of us on my bed is pretty uncomfortable. It's a king. Sleeps like a monkey. She just kicks and punches.
Mine are too, I know.
Yeah. Chill up on one side and wake up on the other. It's just, yeah. So I asked them to sleep upstairs that night to give me a good night's sleep. And they said okay, they would. And from what as far as I'm aware, they went upstairs. They went to sleep. I was woken up around, I want to say 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday by Stephan trying to put the leash on the dog to walk him. And I got up to try to help him with it, but Stephan got it and walked him and told me to go back to bed. So I went back to bed.
Okay.
I heard people in the kitchen. I'm not sure exactly who because I do have roommates and they're up at all hours. So I heard somebody in the kitchen nightstand. I know she walked into the kitchen, into her bedroom to get ready and all that because she left her phone on her dresser in her bedroom. And I know she did that while she was getting ready that morning.
Now, what is considered her bedroom? Where?
In the living room.
Okay.
We've got like a little wall partition,
Mm-hmm.
and she's got a bedroom in the living room. It's got a bed, a dresser, a desk, and a TV. She doesn't sleep there though.
Okay.
She just hangs out there during the day. That's her space.
Mm-hmm.
She'll hang out there. But yeah, she got ready, supposedly, and they were off. They left to school early. I'm not sure what time they left.
What time does her school start, do you know?
She's got to be at school at the latest by 9:28.
What, do you know what time her school starts?
9:28.
Okay. Okay.
From what I was told, he dropped her off somewhere between 8:30 and 8:45, or somewhere along that line, around that time.
And Stephan told you this?
Actually, that timeline might be from what the cameras, the church cameras you guys have told me about, but we don't know if that was really her, so I'm not sure about the timeline anymore. He said he went, I think he had given me a timeline of, he dropped her off somewhere between 8:20 and 8:45, but he's not sure exactly what time.
Okay.
He said they were making good time that morning. He was like super impressed with how quickly she got up, got ready, and was out the door. I know she wanted to meet up with her friends at school early, and I know.
Did she tell you that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know she wanted McDonald's early that morning for breakfast,
Mm-hmm.
but Stephan said she was asleep in the car for the majority of the car ride, and he kept trying to talk to her and talk her into getting McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
but she kept saying no, just drop me off.
Okay.
So this is where she got dropped off somewhere on the road, close to school, and then I don't know what happened to her. But this is what I was being told happened that morning.
Gotcha. And then you went to pick her up after school, is that right?
Yeah. I left the house at 2:30. School does not let out till 4 o'clock, but it takes me about 20 minutes to drive, 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wait that hour outside. I like being the first car in line. I like being the first.
Through the line, if you know.
Exactly. So I like. I waited that hour and something minutes for 4 o'clock to show. 4:04 is when the bell rings. Waited there until like 4:10, and she didn't come out. That only sounds like a few minutes, but in those few minutes, the cars behind me got full of children.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the first in line, so there's cars behind
Mm-hmm.
me already picking up their children. They're waiting to get out.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt pressured and rushed, so I decided to drive away. I'm like, she's not here, something's wrong. Or maybe I forgot to tell her that I was picking her up. Maybe she just decided to walk. She'll do this sometimes. This is pretty close to the school. So I decided to drive along the path that she would have walked. And I asked, has she made it? And they said, no. And I said, okay, let me drive the path again and see if I see her along the way. Drive along the path, I park on the road where she would be walking, and I waited there for about 15 minutes and nothing. She didn't appear. At this point, I returned back to the office. She should have been at the office by this point. It's like 4:35.
Mm-hmm.
She did not appear. So at this point, I call her best friend, and I asked her best friend, with you? I don't think I told her I was coming to pick her up, but she's not walking or she's not at school. And she said, no, she never made it to first or second period. And I said, what do you mean she got dropped off? And she's like, she never made it to first or second period. I said, can you please check with your other friends to see if she made it to her other periods? At this point, I start panicking, and I drive back to the school to check her attendance, but the school office had already closed. So
What time was this?
This is around 4:45.
Okay. And the school was closed already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think they closed at like 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the school, I rang the bell, they were closed, nobody was opening the door. So we decided to leave. But I had already emailed one of her teachers. I think when I had spoke to her best friend, I had emailed the teacher. The teacher confirmed that she never made it to his period and never made it to any of her other periods that day. He checked her attendance for the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
When he told me this, I realized something was really wrong. It's truly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And a panic attack.
And what time
freaking
was
out.
this?
I want to say around 4:45, 4:50.
Okay.
And yeah, I called Stephan. I asked Stephan, like, did you drop her off? He said, yeah, why? I'm like, she never made it to school. He's like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, I don't know. Just, she's not here. She's not here. And he drove immediately to the office and then waited with me. I was having a panic attack, trying to stay calm, but it was really hard. I think we waited about 3 hours for the police to show up. I think 2 children had gone missing around the same time in a park nearby, so all the cops were answering that call. Eventually a family member went over to the park and spoke to an officer and let him know, hey, there's another missing child, please come take the report. So they followed him and brought him to the office, and then he took down our statements and made the report, and then the process started. They were there for, I'm gonna say 1 to 2 hours, and then it was time to go home.
Okay. So ever since then, since the officer took the report, or the deputy took the report, have you been looking for? Have you been driving around?
I've been staying at home just in case she comes home.
Okay.
My family, I have a huge family.
Mm-hmm.
They've been driving around. They've been walking the walking path behind the school. They've been handing out. They've handed out like 1,000 flyers already.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones who contacted the news.
Has she gone missing before?
Never.
She never ran away, even if it's for a couple hours or anything like that? Okay. So when you physically or talked to her, it was the night before.
Yes.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how was she then? What was her demeanor?
Happy. She had the best birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
She loved her presents, her gifts. She got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So she was showing me all that. Yeah.
Okay. So how was her sleeping habits? I know you said she was up and at 'em in the morning. Is she, because some kids like to sleep all day, some kids get up and then they're ready to go. What's she like?
So when she sleeps with me and I have to wake her up,
Mm-hmm.
she's difficult. She'll snooze 3-4 times. We'll hit the alarm a few times, let it ring, and then go back to sleep, and then let it ring, and then go back to sleep. When it's her waking up herself and she sets her own alarms on her phone, which is what I think she did that morning, she usually gets up pretty quickly. She doesn't snooze. She'll get up, she'll immediately go do what she needs to do, and then she'll either lay back down in bed and snooze until it's time to go,
Mm-hmm.
or yeah, just be ready to go.
Do you take her to school?
Yeah.
Okay. When you take her to school, where do you drop her off at?
At the school.
Okay, so you pull in through the line and drop her off at the front and stuff like
Yeah.
that. When she goes to school, when you take her to school, is she talkative in the car, or what does she do on the way there?
Not really. She'll be on her phone. We'll listen to the radio station, or listen to some Taylor Swift. Yeah, she's pretty quiet. Or she'll be snoozing, sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So going back to Stephan, was Stephan at the birthday party?
No.
No. Okay.
He was traveling from Northport, Florida to Kissimmee.
Where's Northport?
Sarasota County.
Oh, okay. And he got here when?
So if she got dropped off around 9:30, 8:30, he probably showed up around 8:45.
Did you know he was coming?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys hung out? What did you guys do that night? Okay.
Yeah. What did we do that night? I only spent about 30 minutes with them because I had to go to sleep. I had to take my meds and go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they needed to go to sleep because they had to go to school, or she had to go to school. I usually like making bedtime around 10:30. So when I got there and she was still up, I understood why she was still up. She was waiting for me and wanted to show me all her presents and stuff. But by 11, I was just like, you guys need to go to bed. It's late. Like, it's super late.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Is it normal if he comes to see you that he or?
Yes, it's normal for him to sleep upstairs in the guest bedroom.
Okay. What makes it different from when he sleeps with or the three of you or upstairs by himself?
It all depends on the circumstance of what's going on. For the most part, if it's a school week and school, I send them upstairs because I know that my alarms are going to go off multiple times super early in the morning and I don't want to wake him up.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult to wake up, so I have to constantly be talking to her, shaking her. So I, for the most part, it's downstairs and he goes upstairs.
Mm-hmm. What made it different that night? For
the fact that I forgot my bipolar meds Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
And I was not acting normal Sunday. And I realized Sunday night, oh my God, I forgot my meds Saturday night, which is why I've been so freaking weird today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I need to take these meds and I need to sleep. I need like a good night's sleep. I can't wake up early in the morning. I can't take her. I can't do any of that. Like, I need you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's primarily the reason I told him to come from Northport, Florida to help me was this week because of training at work. I needed help. I needed support. So I invited him up to help me with that.
Did you work on Monday?
No, I was off.
You were off, okay. So Monday during the day, what'd you do throughout the day?
I had a blood work appointment at 10:15, 10:30. That took a little while to be seen.
Did Stephan go with you?
No. He was not home he had not gotten home by the time I left.
Do you remember what time you left?
Around, I think 9:30.
And where was your blood work at?
About 15 minutes away.
Which way? Towards Kissimmee or Orlando?
Towards Orlando. It's on the border of Kissimmee, Orlando. It's in the Loop. It's across the street from the Loop.
Mm-hmm.
There's a doctor plaza there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a LabCorp there. So I went to LabCorp when I got blood work done.
Okay.
Waited there for a while. Then I must have gotten home sometime between, I would say 11:15, 11:30, something like that, or from 11 to 11:30 sometime. And he was there. But before that, while I was at my blood work appointment, he actually called me. He said, "Hey, I'm so sorry. I left my phone at home. I was running some errands. This morning, we made super great time. She got ready super fast. We left super early. I offered her McDonald's multiple times, but she refused. So she asked to be dropped off early. And so he did.
Did she ever go to school? Did she ever ask to go? Because sometimes kids don't want to go to school, period. Is it normal for her to ask to be dropped off early?
Yes, sometimes.
Okay.
She's asked me multiple times to ask her to drop her off early. She wants to meet up with her friends, or she wants to get there earlier and earlier just to meet up with her friends.
But you still drop her off at the school?
Yes.
Okay. So she hangs out with her friends within the school?
Yes.
Okay.
The only reason I think he did not take her to school directly that morning is because she has voiced multiple times, "Hey, is Stephan taking me to school? Can you please drop me off far away?" she's embarrassed by his car. It's a Cadillac, it's not that old, but to her it's an old hoopty. She can't be seen in it. She doesn't want to be seen in it. So she's made that comment before, please drop me off far away, I want to walk. But yeah, when you look at the car, to me it looks like a normal car. It looks old, but yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so what?
So
Would he come here? Would you go there?
he would come here. He's only been gone for the last 2 months. So he's come here those few times.
Okay.
What exactly did he mention? I know he had told me he was like, frustrated, I guess. I'm gonna use the word frustrated.
Okay.
But I know he's had sexual relations with people. But I'm not bothered by that. That's whatever he needs to do. But yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously there's a little bit of, actually I don't want to get to that yet. Who drives your car?
Primarily me.
Okay.
On Monday night, he drove my car.
Monday night when?
After we went to bed, after the cops had been called and all that, he took my car and decided to drive around to see if he could keep searching for her, looking for her, seeing if there was anything that.
What time was that, do you remember?
I don't know. I know he took my car and left because when I got into the front seat of the car had been adjusted. And he's like, remember I said I was going to go out? And I'm like, yeah, that's right. You did tell me that you were going to go out. I just don't remember. He never told me what time or anything. But he did mention earlier Monday, I'm going to drive around. I can't just sit at home. I need to be looking for her. And I'm just like, okay, that's fine.
You remember if that was in the evening or like sometime before midnight, after midnight?
Oh, before midnight.
Okay.
I go to bed. Well, that was Monday night. Not sure what time I went to bed Monday night. I want to say before midnight because I had to take my meds and I had to go to sleep. They only work if I take them the right way, my meds. So I have to follow a strict routine with them. Yeah, I'm going to say it was before midnight.
Okay, and then when you got into your car, when you didn't notice that the car was, or the seat was back?
Yesterday, whenever we got kicked out of the house, whenever they told us we couldn't go back in, forensics was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got into the car and I was like, oh, the seat's adjusted. I'm like, did you get in it? He's like, yeah, I took a drive last night, remember? I'm like, oh yeah, you did. You told me that.
So Monday night, did you ever come here to the sheriff's office Monday night?
No.
No? Okay. Did Stephan come here?
I don't think so.
That you know of? Okay. Do you know? Were they talked to here or?
No, they were talked at place of business originally where they did the report.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have been in contact with her at her apartment. But that was after the initial report was made.
That was last night?
Yes. Yesterday, the other detective, Frank, responded around 10 o'clock in the morning and started looking at the school. I'm not sure when the initial contact was made with her. I want to say it was like around 11 or 12, right? At your apartment. Mm-hmm. And we've been in contact with her since then.
Okay. All right. Now, I understand that a detective recently showed you some pictures of not so pleasant things. Okay. What was discussed at that point?
They asked me if I recognized the penis.
Mm-hmm.
In one image I didn't. In the other image, not that I recognized the penis exactly, but I recognized the things around the penis.
Mm-hmm.
And
like what? Clothing or?
Clothing and like a pillowcase.
Okay.
That was like underneath the penis in the picture, so I recognized that.
Did he explain to you where those images came from?
He said Stephan's phone.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Did he explain to you the content of those pictures?
I'm not sure. Just explain that they were in his phone, that there's evidence that they've been sexually active or doing things.
What's Stephan's relationship with? What's their relationship like?
I was gonna say really good, super great. He's always been super sweet and kind to her, very accepting, warming, understanding of her, because she's got ADHD, so she's kind of a little, I'll say abnormal.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense, like, she doesn't act like every other kid, but you have to have extra patience and understanding for her. And he does that really well.
And she's now, right? From what I understand.
She just turned.
When she's around Stephan, does she act any different?
No, she's happy. She's like, hey, how are you? But she doesn't act any differently or weird around him.
There's no really easy way to ask this, but do you think it's possible that Stephan and her are having a sexual relationship?
Before those images, I would have said absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're telling me that on the other side of that penis that they showed me was her with her mouth, then there's nothing else I can believe. That has to be true. But before that evidence, I would have said no.
Has Stephan always been, like, when you guys communicate and talk, or have you ever caught him in any kind of lies or not being truthful or anything like that?
No.
So he's been honest about everything, as far as you know?
As far as I know, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had to question If I've had questions, I've had answers. So
Mhm.
it was never. I never suspected anything.
How long have you lived in Kissimmee?
I lived in that house on and off since 11 months old.
Okay, so. Where else did you live other than that?
For a little while, I moved into my mother's house during COVID.
Where did she live?
In Hunters Creek.
Okay.
And then during COVID, it was another situation where he got promised the job down there and it didn't happen. We moved down there, got an apartment, and lived there for somewhere between 6 to 8 months. And then
Moved down where?
I'm sorry, to Port Charlotte, Florida,
Okay.
which is next to Sarasota County.
Mhm.
It's in Charlotte County.
Mhm.
We moved down to Port Charlotte during the whole COVID, where everyone was quarantining time.
Mhm.
We moved during that time and stayed in Port Charlotte.
What about Stephan? How long has Stephan lived in Kissimmee?
I'll say on and off for 7 years or 6 years. The first he was still staying at his parents.
Where does his parents live?
At the time, they lived in Winter Garden, Florida, but now they live in Northport, Florida. That's who he lives with down there.
Oh, okay. What about family? Any other family around here?
Who, him?
Mm-hmm.
No. I think he's got distant relatives, but nobody he's ever talked to like that.
What about friends, or do you guys have friends? Are all your friends in Kissimmee?
All of his friends are in Northport, Florida. He made a big group of gaming friends down there. He's got some coworkers he talks to here, but no one I've seen him hang out with lately.
Okay. What about you? Are your friends in Kissimmee, or?
Sorry. Do you mind stepping up for a second?
Yep. Give me 1 second, okay?
1 second, Jennifer. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
sorry.
Oh shit! Sorry, I'm so sorry. I have a horrible potty mouth.
So also we were talking about Stephan's relationship with her, and when, like, if you aren't in the same room,
How do we communicate?
like texts.
No, we speak to each other.
Okay, so you call each other on the phone.
If she's in the same room?
No, if you guys aren't in the same room.
Oh.
Like if she's out with her friends, or you're at work, or.
Call or text, but she's really bad about responding. She'll put her phone on silent or do not disturb.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes she'll respond, sometimes she won't.
Okay. How do you and Stephan normally communicate?
Via Google Meet, which is the video, not FaceTime, but the video chat for Android.
Okay.
We'll video chat pretty much all day.
Okay. Does Stephan ever talk on the phone?
Yeah.
How do they do that? How do they normally communicate?
Video chat as well.
Okay.
But when she's on video chat, she's video chatting next to me, and we're all part of the conversation. They never go off on by themselves and have their own conversation. It's always all of us together.
Okay. Do they talk quite a bit? Do you know?
See, well, I'll say yes because we're all in the conversation together, and we stay on the phone for hours together.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but that's all of us together.
Got it. Normal times of the day. I know kids sometimes are up late at night talking on the phone or anything like that. If Stephan's in Northport at home or with his parents, and you guys are here, and you guys are all talking, is it when normal people talk, or
Yeah.
in the early in the morning, or
After school and before bedtime.
okay? Do you know if he has conversations with Stephan outside of your presence? Like, do they talk on the phone?
It's possible, but if I'm at home, I would know.
Gotcha.
Because she's always in my bedroom. She's hanging out in my bedroom or in her space, but I can hear her in her bedroom, or I can hear her from my bedroom, so I would know.
Okay. Now, this is kind of going to get into a sensitive subject, which I apologize. But there were images on his phone of them two being involved in a relationship. Now, has she ever disclosed to you or anything like that? If anything like that has happened between them? No? Okay. Has he ever mentioned to you, like, is he into any kind of, like, does he watch porn or any that you know of?
I'm sure he does, but
Does he watch it around you, or? Okay. I know some. Thing, or does he do that to your phone or anything like that? Okay.
we pretty much respect each other's privacy.
What about his phone? Do you ever go through her phone at all?
Sometimes, but not as much as I should probably.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Because you trust her.
Yeah, I've gone through her phone before though.
Okay. Anything abnormal that you would see in her phone?
That I thought, no.
Not that you thought, or
No, I'm saying, like,
never...
I've never seen anything,
Gotcha.
no. But I'm saying
okay.
if you guys saw something, then I missed it.
No, I'm not saying that we have.
Okay.
No. Stephan's phone is a different story.
Just going back to the comment you made about how you know that he was sexually active with someone else.
And I found out about it later. But there was a girl he had been hanging out with, a coworker. This was about over a year ago. He started hanging out with a coworker, and I had suspicions that they were sleeping together, but I would ask, and he wouldn't confirm or say anything like that. But he didn't confirm until a few months later that, yeah, they in fact did sleep together. And I was just like, well, okay, good to know. I was just checking to see if I had slept with him after that. And like, do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to have sex with him after he's had sex with somebody else. So when he told me that, I was just checking with myself to see if that had happened, and it hadn't. So.
And this got brought up on a conversation of you asking him if he was sexually active with someone, something on his phone, or was he texting off to the side?
No, it was a conversation that we had, and he just told me.
Was it a cordial conversation, or were you guys angry, or?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, when was the last time you guys were sexually active?
December of not December 2023, but December 2022.
Okay.
At that point, I had decided that I wasn't interested in sex. I wasn't. My meds just really affected me, and I was just like, you know what? I think it took a while to figure out that it was my meds. I was trying to figure out if it was like my hormones or my body, like what was going on, but it was just my meds. We narrowed it down to that. So when I realized that what was happening, I just had to accept it, because it's either come off my meds or fix my sex drive. Well, come off my meds, fix my sex drive, or stay on my meds. I'm gonna stay on my meds. Like, I need to stay stable. So, yeah.
Where have you guys been staying? I know you said they kicked you out of your apartment or whatever, but while they were at your apartment, where were you guys staying?
At a hotel right off a Disney property, Home Suites by Marriott or something like that, on Western Way, off of 429.
Okay. Did so you and Stephan have been together pretty much the whole time after? Have you guys always been together, or has there been times that you stay at the hotel or you work in, then him be out by himself?
When I woke up this morning, he wasn't there, and he was gone for about an hour. But he came back and he said he had gotten some Wawa, and then he got lost because he didn't have his GPS or phone on him or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So it took him a while to get back to the hotel, but he found us eventually. I wondered that. I was just like, he left the hotel and didn't have a phone on him, didn't tell me where he went. I'm like, how is he going to find his way back? I don't think he even paid attention to how I got here, because I'm the one who drove. I'm the one who knew where the hotel was. I was like, I don't know if he's going to figure it out, but he did. But he was gone for about, I want to say, an hour.
Okay. I don't think everything else right now.
I feel like can I see that image of, because I feel like unless, I'm not going to believe it until I have confirmation, and I'm always going to have doubts unless I actually see it myself. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to leave here today and never have the opportunity again. Like, I want to.
No, I don't mind showing you, but they are difficult things to see. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the one image.
I'm not sure which picture they showed you earlier. I don't think we might have the same pictures. We do have different pictures, but I don't know if I have the same one that the other detective showed you.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Do you still want to look?
Yes. Am I gonna clearly see her face?
Yes.
And prior to this, have you known her to be sexually active with any boyfriends or friends?
That one right there is enough.
You saw through the picture?
I could, but you can turn it around if you want.
Do you recognize anybody else that may be in that photo? I know basically it's only genitalia, but is there anything else in that photo that stands out to you?
No.
Anything in the background?
Is this a picture of a picture? Is this a picture of a phone? Like, is this background
Yes.
now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me see. Nothing I recognize in the background, no. There's not much space. Okay.
If you don't mind asking, who keeps calling?
Everyone. The
Or
news.
Family and everything?
My family, they're all trying to figure out if I was the news, because last they heard I was going to the news conference and that I was going to watch that, but that's not what happened. So they all want an update, see where I'm at and what I'm doing and what's the latest.
Yeah,
But
understandable.
Yeah, you can let them know that the reason it's taken so long is now this is now a Kissimmee police investigation,
yeah,
since that's where you guys live.
yeah,
Okay. I know this may not make sense to you, but amongst us it does. Sometimes when people call the police and then want to file a report, there's jurisdictional lines that we got to follow. Okay.
Yeah.
So being that she was dropped off at school, that would make it Orange counties. Okay. But now we can't definitively say she was dropped off at school. We believe she was. We got to go on. We definitely know 100% that she was at home at your house on her way to school. So that's why we're involved. Okay, does that make sense to you now? Okay. I can't think of anything else right now for her. Anything else that we may miss that?
I know that you said that Stephan was out, right, looking for her that night. Do you remember what time he came back? Like when you woke up, was Stephan home?
yes.
What time did you wake up?
Can I look at my phone and tell you?
Yeah, of course.
Exactly? Because it was phone calls that woke me up. Let me see if I can find it. We're talking about Tuesday morning, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And while you were looking for the time, was there any specific reason on why he wanted to use your car instead of his?
Because he had just gotten a flat tire, so he's got a donut on one of the back wheels. And I told him not to drive the car because you can't drive very much on a donut, right? Like
Okay.
not fast and not far. So
Did
I
he
told-
explain any, like how the flat tire happened on the car, or
He was just
where
driving
he
down.
was when it?
And he was just driving down 192, and then he felt like a wobble or something weird, and then he pulled over and saw that the tire had like just shredded, just fell apart. So he pulled over into a plaza and changed the tire.
Do you know where about?
He says somewhere on 182, but he doesn't know exactly where because everything looks the same to him.
In Kissimmee?
Yeah. He doesn't know what business he may have stopped at or where. But I will tell you, Stephan also has ADHD. He's also very forgetful. It's like they're both the same. They both have ADHD. They're both very forgetful. They both have time blindness, which means they lose track of time. They if they don't have a watch on them at all times, they've lost track of time. They don't know how long they've been taking. An hour or more long shower, not realizing she's been in the shower for very long. They're both the same in that respect. He's also on medication, which is making him super forgetful. It's an anxiety.
Is this new for him, or has he always had this?
Stephan? He's always had ADHD.
Is
I want
he
to say
forgetful?
that's probably the ADHD part that just it's not. It's hard to manage and control, right? It's just how you are, and it's just a lot of those little things that just was just too much for me. And I'm sorry, what were you saying?
No, it's okay.
Yeah, so right now,
But he doesn't remember where he got this flat tire.
And he changed it himself, he said?
yes.
Okay.
And he said he hurt himself while doing it. I think his thumb got caught in between the thing that cranks the car up and like the frame.
Mhm.
Something twisted and fell on his finger, and he said he yanked out his finger really fast
Okay.
and he hurt himself.
Alright, so he used your car because of the flat tire. Okay. And then, did you find the time?
Oh, sorry. I woke up around 8 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday.
And he was home?
Yes,
Was he awake, sleeping, or what was he doing?
asleep.
Okay. And then do you know if at any point during any of this, like if he's showered, he's changed?
No.
Not that you have physically seen?
No, I haven't seen him shower or change.
Okay.
Do you recognize that phone number?
No. Oh, sorry, we're almost done.
No worries.
I think he showered. I'm not sure if he showered. I don't think he showered Sunday night. I think it must have been Monday morning sometime.
Monday morning?
Yeah, because there is a towel in my bathroom that's not ours, not that's hanging there. And I think I recall him telling me he was going to take a shower, but I just don't remember when exactly.
Okay. Does anybody else use this bathroom?
Just Stephan.
You say you had 2 roommates.
Yeah.
What are their names?
Angelica. Do you want the last name as well?
Please.
Okay. Last name Negro, Nigro.
Do you happen to know her phone number?
Yeah. She only speaks Spanish though, so if somebody in Spanish
Okay.
is gonna have to call her.
I'm sure we can find somebody who speaks Spanish.
I speak Espanol.
And who's the other one?
Natalie Rosero.
Okay. How long have you guys been roommates with each other?
With Angelica, almost 3 years. With Natalie, almost 2.
So I'm not sure if you guys went to the house at all.
You were there, but not inside.
Okay, so these bedrooms are numbered. So do you know which room is Angelica's?
Angelica's room is number 3.
Number 3.
And Natalie's room is number 2.
Okay. Like if you actually physically are there, each door has a number.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And do you guys rent to a separate landlord? Like, does someone own that specific unit? Okay. And then he rents out rooms, it looks like?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you meet them? Who are they in relation to you?
Natalie Rosero, I've known her since my sister was in middle school. They were middle school best friends. So we've known her, I'd say more than half her life now, 20 plus years. Angelica, I met her on Facebook Marketplace almost 3 years ago when she rented.
Looking for a place to
Yeah,
live
looking
in.
for a place, yeah.
How old is Angelica?
Thirty-one, 32.
Okay, so they're both a little older.
Yeah, and Natalie's.
Whoa, 31 is not
Oh,
old, okay?
36. Sorry.
Natalie is 33, I think.
Okay.
since you mentioned Facebook Marketplace, social media.
She's got a Instagram.
Okay. Do you happen to know her Instagram name?
Yeah.
Or if you can pull up her page, that'd be great. Do you mind if I take a picture of it?
Yeah, go ahead.
What about Stephan? Does he have social media?
I think, I'm not sure I don't think he's got, does he? Yes, so he's got Facebook, he's got an Instagram, and he's got a Reddit. Possibly Discord as well, which is like a chat app.
Do you have his Instagram that you can show me? And what about his Facebook?
What's happened to Steph? Actually, can you guys update me on what's happening with Stephan at this point?
So we're like he said, we're going to get all the same information that Orange County got from you. So that right now we're kind of starting at the bottom and working our way up.
We're gonna go talk to him now.
Yep.
Oh, after?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So just so we know a little bit more about it, I know you mentioned something about gaming, or is that like one of his things to do? Gaming? What is he into?
He's into.
Like, what does he do on a daily basis? Obviously, he lives in North Florida. What's he into?
So, one thing. Another thing Stephan's got, mental health-wise, is insomnia. He doesn't sleep well. And he's got also sleep apnea. So when he sleeps, he stops breathing and doesn't get good rest. His brain is always telling him to wake up and breathe. So he's always constantly being woken up. He doesn't get good sleep. Because of this, he spends the majority of his day sleeping. Just trying to get some rest, but it's a stupid cycle with sleep apnea. He'll spend the majority of his day sleeping. When he does wake up, he'll play a game called World of Warcraft, which is a video game. Or he'll meet up with his friends and play tabletop gamings, like battle, like they battle each other with little toys.
Cards or
not toys, they're little miniature figures.
Okay.
It's called Warhammer 40K. It's just a tabletop tournament game. Like you're a weird race, you're a weird race of creature, and we're going to war with each other. Okay. So they're just trying to kill each other.
Battle each other or
yeah.
something. Okay.
That's pretty much what he's into. Also, he collects Tamagotchis and Digimons. I don't know if you guys remember Tamagotchis from back in the day, little creatures we used to take care of.
Alive.
Yeah. He has a bunch of those. I want to say that's right now. Those are his current hobbies.
And since you've known him for his triggers, like, are there certain things that he gets upset about easily if you do or say, or, I mean?
I know I can be a nag sometimes, and if I keep nagging, he'll get a little irritated, but I can't say I know what I don't think he's got triggers.
Have you ever experienced him outlash, like, to the extreme on anybody? You, any of his family? Or does he ever hit you or just
no.
at all?
Oh, no, never. I'll say he does have like a little bit of a temper, but it's not anything I've ever been afraid of or been like, oh my God, he's gonna hit me, or oh my God, never like that.
Have you guys had any disagreements lately, recently?
No.
Okay. All right. I think we're gonna go talk to Stephan a little bit to see if he can maybe give a little bit more insight of what happened that day after you dropped her off.
Is he being placed under arrest because of those pictures?
Yeah, we haven't made that determination yet, but
Press charges since she's a juvenile.
No fucking idea. I didn't think it was in my power. I thought you guys just automatically did it.
What do you think should happen to him for these pictures?
It's crazy. Like, I saw the pictures, but I'm still in denial because, like, there's a penis there, but is he visual? Does he show up in any of the pictures? Is there? I mean, I don't know who's.
I haven't seen all of the pictures, so I can't answer that truthfully.
Because I can't.
Whether it's his penis or not, are you comfortable with him having content of someone else's penis on his phone?
That makes sense. Absolutely not. No. No.
All right, you never talked about her being sexually active with anybody.
I never even. Me assuming she had never been sexually active, I hadn't brought it up.
Has she ever had boyfriends in the past, or?
No, she's not allowed to date.
Okay. How does that make her feel? I know some teenagers want to have a boyfriend. And
Yeah, I think she was okay with it. She never complained and said, "You want to date this person, whatever." For a little while, she's like, "Someone, can they be my girlfriend or can they be my boyfriend?" And I'm just, I don't know if it was a boy or girl. And I said, "I think you're a little too young for that. Let's just wait till you're older. Wait till you're older." And she was like, okay with that. Yeah, I know she recently had a crush on a boy, but
has she ever had boys at the house?
no.
Have you ever had anybody at your house, any male friends at your house?
Not in years.
What about your roommates?
My roommate has a son who's 11 or 12, but he's darker skin complexion. I don't think that would be his penis.
Do your roommates have boyfriends?
Not that I know of. I don't think they do.
Would there be any reason with if they have boyfriends with any other male?
With any other male? No.
So what do you think should happen to Stephan?
I'm afraid to say press charges, but what else? There's a side of me that wants to say he's innocent, that this isn't happen, but who else's penis could that be? She's not left alone with anyone else.
And why would they be on his phone?
Yeah, why would they be on his phone exactly? I don't know what to do.
Okay, we can revisit that. Because after we're done talking to him, I'll probably come back and talk to you for a little bit, just give you an update and stuff like that, okay?
Can I make one decision now and change my mind later? If I decide not to press charges now, could I change my mind and press charges later?
It's a lot to digest. Okay, so I don't want to make you answer that right now, you know. But when we come back, we'll talk more about it. Okay, when I come back.
Let's take some time to process everything.
Because you're going through a lot right now. But right now, I mean, in my eyes, it sounds bad, but almost secondary because we want to worry about this afterwards. She's our main focus.
That's where I'm at. I know that the sexual acts happened, but I'm not convinced that he didn't take her to school. I'm not convinced that he's the reason she's gone. Because if this had been going on for so long, what's the motive? Why Monday? Why that day? Why the day after her birthday when we were supposed to spend the entire week together and have such a great time? Like, we had plans. Like, we knew we were just going to be together that week and we were going to have a good time. So I just can't think, like, why?
When you say what's the motive, what are you assuming?
That she was taken. Not that anyone that I know has done something to her, because I feel like nobody I know would do something to her, would hurt her, would murder her, anything like that. I feel like, shoot. I just wonder if we're, like, I know the sexual acts happen, but I wonder if that's just completely separate to her actually going missing and just don't know. I don't know what to think.
You don't think Stephan has anything to do with her going missing?
I don't feel like he would. Why?
No, I'm just asking.
No, I know, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, what would be the reason? Where would he take her? There's nowhere I can think that he could take her, that I hadn't heard of or known about, or would be familiar with. Because if not, I would tell you. Shoot. Okay, she could be here. She could be here. She could be here. There's nowhere I can think of.
Who does he know that lives in St. Cloud? You know where St. Cloud is.
I do know where St. Cloud is. Does he know anyone in St. Cloud?
Him or you?
I know people in St. Cloud.
Where? Where do they live?
I haven't seen him in a long while though. But one person lives close to Harmony.
Okay.
So driving all the way down St. Cloud, passing St. Cloud a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
One person lives in St. Cloud, like off of Old Canoe Creek Road.
Okay.
Anyone he knows, I can't think of anyone that he would know.
Has Stephan ever went with you to visit any of your friends in St. Cloud?
No.
So you're not sure, does he know anybody in St. Cloud?
I'm not sure if he knows anyone in St. Cloud. I know the girl he dated or was sleeping with. I guess that's technically Kissimmee off of Michigan. That's technically Kissimmee. So no, it's not St. Cloud.
Let me ask you this. Now I'm going to get a little bit more in depth. Why would his car be in St. Cloud Monday?
I know he was going to a bunch of gaming stores, video game stores.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not video game stores, but like board game store, like where he can buy little miniatures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He also plays a card game. Also, I think he was looking for cards that day. A card game called Lorcana. I know he headed up, and I think he told me the shops were off of 192 somewhere. I'm not sure how far they were. I don't know if they were in St. Cloud, but I know he headed in that direction Monday while I was at the doctor's appointment. Or no, just kidding, after.
Okay. When's the last time you've been in your car in St. Cloud?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you right now.
While you look for that, did anybody else drive your car while you guys were looking other than Stephan?
No. The last time I was in St. Cloud was February 7th. I had a doctor's appointment over there.
Okay. Who would have been driving your car between Monday and now? Other than you?
Stephan.
Okay. 3 o'clock in the morning?
If he says he was out driving think of places to look for. Maybe.
You didn't go with them to look?
No.
Why?
I have to stay home and take my meds and go to sleep.
Okay. All right. So just to be clear, your roommates or nobody else has access to your car other than him? Nobody has a key to your car other than him or you?
The only key they would have access to would be the spare that I keep on a hook by my bedroom door, and anyone can grab that. Would I think my roommates would go into my room and take it? No. But I think the only person that would have would be Stephan.
Okay. All right, anything else from you guys?
No, stop for now.
Okay. All right, Ms. Jennifer, thank you so much. Once again, I apologize that you have to give the story again, but like I said, now I have to play catch up.
Am I allowed to contact anyone right now or no?
Who do you want to contact?
My sister, my mom keeps calling me, but I'm not really sure what to say at this point.
I mean, you can tell. I can't tell you what to say or what not to say. I will say that we are now taking over the investigation. So,
PD, right?
yes, ma'am. And I'll give you my card.
Is there a case number or anything I need to?
Not yet, I don't think so. We have theirs.
Yeah.
But I don't have ours yet. But just because this is an open investigation, I would highly suggest not to share any information outside of this room. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am. And I'll be back in a little bit.
Wait for the police because it was so unfair. I don't know if he wants to keep it on the police. Should I leave Lewis's phone still, or can I take it? Okay, I'll text.
Okay. 1758.
You guys need anything?
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and press the notification bell. Additionally, you can view our playlists and most recent videos. Thank you for watching.